welcome to episode 20 of the Cherry Bakewell Diaries. I thought it'd be quite nice today, as we're the Cherry Bakewell Diaries, I thought I would actually do some cherry bakewells with you. My recipe is slightly different to the conventional. You're supposed to use either raspberry jam or cherry jam, but I don't. I like using strawberry jam, so that's just my preference. I'm going to make my pastry as well, but you can buy shop bought pastry if you want to. So I'm going to get everything ready and then we'll get started. So I'm going to get the pastry done first. We've got 125 grams of plain flour and 65 grams of block margarine, the one that you get in a block, or you can use butter if you want to, or indeed you can even buy your own pastry. So you haven't got to make pastry, it's just what I prefer to do. And just a little pinch of salt in there, and then just rub the two together until you get your pastry. Doesn't take very long. And then all we do is we just combine this with a little bit of cold water. But as I say, if you want to buy your own pastry, that's fine. Okay, so that's nearly done now. And then a little bit of cold water just to bind it together. Probably between 2 and 3 tablespoons, probably a couple of tablespoons is enough. And then once it starts clumping together like that, then you know that's ready. So it's so quick to make your pastry, it's really not worth buying it. But as I say, you can buy it if you want to. So there's your pastry, let's get rid of those. And then just give it a little knead. And then we want a little bit of flour on the board. And then we're going to roll this out. Got a round cutter here. Cut out our rounds. That's 9. And then we'll put the pastry back together and do the other ones. Right, so they're all rolled out and cut out, and I've lined all the patty tin ready. So all we do now is we put our jam. Now this is the controversial part. The traditional Bakewell tart is raspberry jam, but you can use cherry jam because you put cherries on the top as well. But I like to be different, and I like strawberry jam in mine. So you can use whatever jam you want. Whatever's your favourite jam you can put in. It's entirely up to you. But the traditional is raspberry jam. But there's nothing wrong with being a little bit different, I don't think. So what we've got here is 120 grams of strawberry jam. And you just put a little bit in each one. The next bit is the frangipan. Now we have, for the frangipan, 120 grams of soft margarine. But as I said before, you can use butter. But I prefer the soft margarine. And 120 grams of caster sugar. Now I do this by hand because I think if you do it with an electric whisk, it puffs up too much. And with the frangipan, you want a sort of not flat, but you don't want it to rise too much. So by doing it by hand, I find it easier. That's it. And then I add 1 egg to that. Mix it until it goes thick. Like that, see? And then we've got a combination. Now, a lot of recipes will use mostly ground almonds and a tablespoon of plain flour. But I like to be different again, and I like to use half and half. So I've got 60 grams of plain flour and 60 grams of ground almonds. And then also I'm going to put a teaspoon of almond extract in the mixture, because I think that enhances the flavour as well. So we'll just combine all that together. Oh, it smells lovely with those almonds. There you go, and there's your frangipan done. Now what I like to do is use an ice cream scoop. Now your normal ice cream scoop, the bigger one, I use the next size down, so I've got a small ice cream scoop, and all I do is I scoop the mixture on to the jam and just gently ease it over the jam so that it's just covering the jam. So I'll get these baked and then I'll show you how we decorate. So welcome back. So they're all cooked, they smell absolutely delicious. So to finish them off, we've got 150 grams of icing sugar, and then you literally just add enough water just to bring it together. It's just a case of trial and error. Add a little bit because you want the icing to be fairly thick so it doesn't run over the tarts, but you want it runny enough to spread. So just do it little bit by bit. And the other thing I like to add as well is a teaspoon of almond extract, because that actually adds to the flavour as well. So all we do is we take a teaspoon of that and we put on to our tart, spread it with the back of a spoon, and then we pop half a cherry on the top. So I'll get all these done and I'll show you them when they're finished. Hello and welcome back. So they're all finished. There they are, absolutely delicious. And they're actually still warm, so they're really nice as well. So enjoy your Bakewell Tarts. We'll do another recipe next week. I'm going to leave it each week. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do a surprise every week, so I can have a look through my recipes and see what we can do. So we'll do another recipe next week. Thank you to everybody who's liked and shared and subscribed. I really do appreciate it. The channel's going really well and I'm really enjoying it, so it's lovely to have you all on board. And I've had some nice questions off people as well about some of the recipes, which is good. So continue to like and share and subscribe and enjoy your Bakewell Tarts, and I will see you again next week. Take care for now. Bye.